Hello everyone. Welcome back to our ESOL learning series. Today, we're diving into the simple past tense. It's a fundamental part of English grammar, and we'll also focus on pronunciation. So, let's get started. Simple past tense. In English, we use this tense to talk about actions that happened in the past and are now completed. Now, let's start with regular verbs. These are verbs that follow a pattern for forming the simple past. Typically, we add ed to the base form of the verb. For example, walk becomes walked. Talk becomes talked. On the other hand, irregular verbs don't follow a set pattern. Each one has its own unique past form. For example, eat becomes ate. It's practice time. I'll say a verb in its base form, and you try to say the simple past form. Ready? Here we go. Kiss. Kissed. Study. Studied. Clean. Cleaned. Paint. Painted. Swim. Swam. See. Saw. Drink. Drank. Drive. Drove. Now, let's talk about pronunciation. When using simple past, it's crucial to get the pronunciation right. The ed ending can sound different depending on the verb and its ending. For regular verbs, if the base form ends in a voiceless consonant sound, sounds produced without vibrating the vocal cords, like k, p, s, sh, or ch, then you will pronounce the ed ending as t. For example, reached. Stopped. Watched. Worked. But, if the base form ends in a voiced consonant sound, sounds produced with vocal cord vibration, like b, g, v, z, zh, m, n, l, r, or ng, then you will pronounce the ed ending as d. For example, arrived. Grabbed. Buzzed. Loved. And what happens if the base form of the regular verbs ends in t or d? Then, the ending the ed sounds like ed. For example, wanted or needed. On the other hand, irregular verbs have their own unique past forms. Let's take read as an example. In the present, it's pronounced read, but in the past, it's pronounced read. Let's go ahead now and practice pronunciation. I'll say the base form, and you repeat the simple past form with the correct pronunciation. Work. Worked. Play. Played. Walk. Walked. Talk. Talked. Call. Called. Dance. Danced. Help. Helped. Laugh. Laughed. It's important to know common time expressions used with the simple past, like yesterday, last week, in 1999. These help give context to your sentences. Lastly, you should keep in mind that regular verbs ending in a consonant followed by y changes to I before adding the ed ending to form the simple past tense. For example, study. Studied. Cry. Cried. That's a wrap for today's lesson on the simple past tense in English, including grammar and pronunciation. Remember to practice regularly and use it in real conversations to master it. Thanks for joining us today, and I'll see you in the next ESOL lesson. Goodbye.